once those words came out of your mouth, as opposed to something else coming in my mouth. Haha. Hello, and welcome to Rizz the Wolf. This is a April Fool's game featuring GEO from the kid at the back. In this, it is Valentine's Day, and you are attempting to confess to everybody's favorite stoic lone wolf. Let's get started. I'm excited for this. It looks so cute already. Also, I don't know what the heck I caught, but I'm still sick, so apologies if my voice still sounds a little bit funny. I will do my best though. It's that time of the year again. Mother freaking Valentine's Day, the day you dreaded the most. Your classroom is filled with multiple decorations to commemorate the holiday, with paper hearts plastered on the blackboard, and some baby angels symbolizing Cupid stuck to the doorframe. You hate Valentine's Day, but you also love it. You don't know why you feel happy despite hating the holiday. Maybe it's because of the adrenaline. Is it because of the amount of poor saps who get rejected, and you get to laugh at them? Or is it from the discounted chocolate bars you can buy? I mean, the discounted chocolate is always pretty nice. Or maybe you're indecisive and don't know how to feel about the occasion. Origami, you raised your hand, yes? Obviously, you dumb fool. It's Geo, look how cute he is. Sir, I noticed a small mistake in your philosophy. I'd like to correct your statement if you'd so let me. So you're doubting me? Fine, prove yourself at the front and convince me. You won't be able to hear me if I stand here anyway, asswipe. Geo! Of course. You feel around for the envelope within your backpack. Good, it's still there. Feeling the smooth surface of the paper, you let out a sigh as you return your attention back towards the front. Subaru Origami, or as some of his friends would like to call him, Geo. And he's a freaking enigma. You don't know when this tiny crush of yours towards him started, and how bad it has gotten throughout the years, but one thing's for sure. You are getting his fine ass one way or another. Woohoo! I am pretty sure that Geo is our ace, I believe. Hey, look at your little soon-to-be boyfriend yapping his mouth off at the front. You turn to glare at your friend. Let's call them Winter. Seriously, could you be any more obvious? On a day of love too? Ain't you a romantic? Oh my god, shut up. My Pookie's talking. A finger over your lips as he shushed your friend. They rolled their eyes as they shrugged their shoulders. Well, I don't really care much about the guy. But since you're trying another shot this year, what are your plans this time, genius? Giving Winter a playful smirk. You run your fingers across the smooth surface of the envelope and present it towards them. They give you an unamused look. What? Seriously? A typical love letter? This one's better than last year, I promise. I'm not saying that the letter is a bad idea. Actually, no, it is a bad idea. Geo doesn't read the letters and you know exactly what he does with it. You know exactly what he does to the letters. You often wonder how he's even allowed to burn things. Well, as long as it's in the gardens when the school staff probably doesn't give three flying freaks that there's smoke coming from the back of the school. Or maybe they're just too scared to deal with a 21-year-old who can slit their throat in one swing. Probably that. Either way, you better think of something better than an old letter that's in the 1700s. I wouldn't mind being given a letter. Hey now, love letters are still sweet, you know? Traditional gift giving is still relevant in this day and age. And in this day and age, chocolates and flowers are expensive as hell. And did you scented paper on the letter? I just sprayed perfume on it. Perfume that you stole from me, mind you. I simply borrowed from you. Either way, this is going to be your third year of giving him a letter. And it always goes to absolute shit. Always. How about trying something else? Or, you know, give up. I'm going to stick to the original plan first. Nah, I think I'll go for my original plan. Winter shrugs at your persistence. Suit yourself. Though, don't say I didn't warn you and see you come crying to me. The school bell eventually rang, signaling the end of class. Some packing up their things while some stayed. One of them was none other than the lone wolf Geo. Now's my chance. Carefully holding onto the envelope, you make your way towards Geo's seat. He's still my beating heart. Why does he look so dreamy from here? You just gonna stand there and ogle, or are you gonna talk to me? If you're gonna stare, do it another time. I have a paper to finish. Actually, I actually want to give you something. If it's another Valentine's Day letter, hand it over. Well, do you have it? If not, then leave. You're wasting my time. There it is. His harsh demeanor. Can you stop ogling? I will keep ogling this time. You were too distracted by this man's beautiful complexion that you failed to notice his glare. But heck, who cares? He's hot when he's mad. He's standing up. Oh, you nearly forget how tall he is. He's looking down at you and he leans closer. Is he gonna do what I think he's gonna do? What, give us a kiss? This might be my only chance. Quickly, Yinny, close your eyes. Lean forward. You feel Geo's large hands wrapping around your waist as he slowly lifts you up. What happened? Get out. Did he just kick me out? You feel a slight vibration in your pocket. Taking out your phone, it was a small message from none other than Winter. Lol, I saw it all go down. My letter, I should go back and give my... Oh no. Yeah, there he is. Quick, before he leaves. Crap. Wait, Geo? From the other end of the classroom door was Geo. So did he slam the door on your face for dramatic effect? Maybe, but none of that matters at the situation at hand. As Geo quickly went on a sprint, leaving the classroom door open, Winter poking their head out to see what the commotion was about. Oh shit, it's the fangirls again. Hey Yinny, better start running. Is the ground shaking? Subaru, wait for me. I promise this year is better. Move aside, Pung, he's mine. A crowd of fans came running towards your direction, and towards where Geo ran off to. You better move aside unless you want to end up being roadkill. Wait, before you could even start questioning where this voice in your head was coming from, you're bombarded with a crowd of Geo's fangirls trampling you over, and the next thing you knew, you blacked out. Lovely. So, judging from your condition right now, it did not go as you hoped it would, right? Well, better luck next time, Yinny. Now for your hospital bill, on the other hand. No! Oh. Thankfully, I managed to survive the fangirl stampede. Winter just overreacting about the hospital bill. The hospital bill in question is lunch on you tomorrow, after your beloved Winter helped carrying you to the school clinic. And thankfully, you still had time to make it for lunch. You could have asked Winter to send you lunch, but that's added to their unknown charges. With that out of the way, you make your way towards the school cafeteria. The moment you stepped into the cafeteria, you were greeted by a mixture of stale food, student sweaty odor, and cleaning products. Obviously, it wasn't a great smell to be greeted with, but that's not the main point as to why you're here. You're here to impress the boy of your dreams. Now to just find him. Usually, you would drag Winter into your little hunt for the lone wolf. However, they're being shackled by the hands of research, so you're left alone in the sea of tired and sweaty college students. God, he's so dreamy. I know, right? Too bad he's around that loud jock. How lucky is he hanging around the Ogami Subaru? Well, that didn't take too much effort. Local loud fangirls aren't even gonna hide the fact that they know where he's located and who he's with. Like you're any better. But since you decided to ditch your old plan of handing him a traditional love letter, you will need to think of something else. Alright, let's join him for lunch. We're going with a bolder approach. It's not as bad as the first idea, it's still stupid, but not that much of a bad idea. You lined up with the rest of the students, buying lunch while keeping your eye on Geo. His attention's still on his friend. You can't tell if he's listening to his companion, but he looks bored. You eventually got your tray filled with your choice of food. You honestly didn't pay too much attention to what you got, as long as it seemed like you were trying to buy something. You scanned the area. Half of the cafeteria is now filled with students eating. Spotting Geo, you made your way towards him. Geo and his companion were in deep conversation, but mostly it was the jock simply running his mouth on and on, with the navy blue-haired male simply letting his words pass through one ear to the other. You swallowed your nervousness, steadying your hold on the tray. His companion eventually took notice of your lone figure standing still, because the next thing he did was give you a big wave. This caused Geo to raise a brow and turn his attention towards you. You feel your heart drop down to your stomach, forming into butterflies. Hey there, you need a seat? You can join us if you want. Are you serious? We don't even know this person. Come on now, bro. They look so pitiful just standing there. Like a lost puppy. Plus, I can't be the only one yapping my mouth here. I know you're not listening to me anyway. That seemed to shut Geo's mouth, but he did not protest, simply giving the jock a groan and then a glare. You took this chance to sit across from them. So, you got a name? It's Yinny. Yinny, nice to meet you. I'm Daryl. And this guy here is Subaru. The jock greets you with a smile while patting Geo's shoulder, introducing you to him as if you weren't already aware of Geo's existence. How about you, Yinny? Which class are you from? Oh, Class D, Ethics and Psychology. For real? Guess that you and good old Geo have similar classes. Hey, you never told me you were classmates with Yinny. It's none of your business. Stop nudging me, I'm eating. Sorry about that. Hey, you got a stray rice on your face. Don't freaking touch me. Oh, look at them. What? What is the scene before you? They look so intimate. The way Daryl's large hands wrap around Geo's shoulder, the other hand wiping the stray rice located on the corner of his plump lips. His face red with embarrassment as he stubbornly struggles away from the jock's stronghold. This almost feels like it came out of a BL drama series you binged the night before. No way. No way! This cannot be. What's wrong, Yinny? You look like you see the ghost. Nothing. I'm just surprised at how close you both are. You let out the driest laugh, drier than the Sahara Desert. Deep in your heart, you can feel something burning within. Oh, we go way back, don't we? Let me eat in peace. And the jock, clueless and aloof, missed the way you were sending him death glares. How come he manages to be so close with Geo, the one and only Subaru Ogami? What are his secrets? Or is Geo secretly into stupid jocks? Lunchtime eventually ended, and you didn't get to enjoy your food for the rest of lunch, but your mind was elsewhere, still processing the unusual dynamic between the two males. And every time you think back on their intimate interactions, you can feel anger, jealousy. You need to get to the bottom of this. You need to know if Daryl's a potential rival. You scratch the back of your head. All of your attempts in trying to grab the lone wolf's heart for Valentine's has all gone to absolute shit. You were considering giving up and would try again next year. See you tomorrow. Your ears perked. You never turned your head so fast that you thought you were gonna break your neck while doing so. His voice caught your attention, just like the sirens lure pirates to the sea. There, by the exit gate, was none other than GEO, and with him was the all too familiar jock right next to him. Oh, how fate works. Rizz has given you one more chance to talk to him. The day has yet to end. What will you do? Let's confront him, and then we'll take our chance, and then we'll forget it. Confront him. You have questions on what happened during lunch. You need answers. You want to know if you have a potential rival in the way of your goal towards his heart. You hastily make your way towards GEO, your shoulders shaking the closer you get to him. Without warning, you grab a hold of his shoulder, and the next thing you know, you're on the ground, your arm behind your back while the other was threatened to be bent. Wait. State your business. Please let me go. From your pathetic pleading, GEO lets go of your arm, not bothering to help you get up. You've only heard of his fast reflexes, but never experienced it firsthand. Not gonna lie, it was kinda hot. Yes, it was. Wait, you're not here to ogle again. Yes, I am. GEO. God, pipe down. Are you in a relationship? Look at him. Once those words came out of your mouth, as opposed to something else coming in my mouth, haha, you felt like crying. The thought alone was enough to break your heart into a million pieces. GEO's expression went from a confused look to an embarrassed one. His cheeks tinted red as it slowly seeps through his ears. Daryl, was it? He's blushing. His face goes even redder. You're so cooked. He's never blushed this wildly. I knew it. Are you into jocks? Do you like athletic people? I can be athletic. Or do you like how loud he is? I can be loud. You were too lost in your little breakdown. GEO was so stunned that he couldn't tell which emotion was stronger, irritation or embarrassment. Should he slap you across the face and explain that this is all a misunderstanding? It may be a good idea to leave the scene slowly. Yeah, while you're still whining. A familiar voice cut through him before GEO could even step back. He felt his heart race. He noticed you also stopped breaking down. GEO knows he's about to have a massive headache next. Hey GEO, you forgot your backpack. Jeez, the Brittany didn't tell me to get you. You probably have a hard time finishing your homework with all your notes. You? Crap. Me? How do you do it? Do what? Stop playing dumb with me. Or is that your way of actually wooing? Huh? Let's go. Without warning, GEO took Daryl's elbow, dragged him out of the scene, their figures quickly disappearing into the sidewalk, leaving you in shock. You can hardly believe what just happened. GEO didn't even hesitate to grab a hold of the jock before running off like forbidden lovers. You're so cooked. You'll be third-wheeling them for the rest of the school year. Maybe for the rest of your soon-to-be single college life. End. Third wheel. No! Damn it. Alright, let's load some of the other options. Take your chance. You took your chance. You reach out towards him, refusing to give him a chance to take one step further. Stop! What? You mayhaps went a bit too far with how forceful your tug was, but the next moment, you and him were lying on the ground, your body lying on top of his. Whoa! Nice. Alright, let's go with forget it. You thought about the events that happened within the day. Your occasional failures and humiliation felt like a slap across your face. You know which ones hurt the most. The slap or your heart breaking, knowing you have no chance with Subaru. It's time to call it quits, Yandere. Who knows? You might have better chances for next year. And alone. Next year will be better, you hope. Oh. Alright, let's say take your chance. You took your chance. The day is yet to end, you thought. And despite all the previous failed attempts, you're not letting yourself be affected by unfortunate events. There's still time to fix all of this. GEO, wait! You call out to him, seeing how he was about to cross the street. Thankfully, your voice was loud enough for him to notice you. He stops and turns to where your voice was, a bored look on his face, and he probably was already used to people calling out to him all the time throughout the day today. It's you again. Again. Leave me be if you have nothing better to do. Just as he was about to turn on his heel, you took a deep breath, clenching the front of your uniform where your heart was. You can feel the rapid thumps of your heart, nervousness coursing through your body, sending shivers down your spine. You feel like throwing up again. I like you. Please be my Valentine. He looks so perplexed. He's like, what the hell? I have nothing else to give. There's no means to impress you other than my words. I have nothing but my feelings to give to you. So please, hear me out. GEO remains still, his hands in his hoodie pockets keeping his solemn expression. He looks you up and down, and you aren't sure if he's judging you or curious about you. But one thing's for sure, you've caught his interest. Even if it is just for a moment, you took it as an opportunity to continue. I have admired you since freshman year, how you carried yourself to perfection, kept your grades up. never seem to falter no matter what obstacle is thrown at you. You're so perfect in every way possible. I couldn't help but admire you. I like you, and please be my Valentine, even if it is just for today. You let out a huge breath, the rapid beating of your heart grew faster and faster, and you swore you felt like you were about to pass out at any time. Usually, this is the part where you'd expect that the male lead would say, I like you too, but his silence did not help. His gaze was still fixated on you. Gio's previous bored expression was replaced with one of concern, troubled even. Gio's absolutely just like, this person is insane. Gio hates me. The cool autumn breeze passed by, causing his long hair to flow along with it, the setting sun giving him an ethereal look, the scene reminding you of those drama shows you've seen on the TV. You think I'm perfect? He lets out a dry laugh. Oh, he's so cute. What do you know about perfection, Yinny? Nothing. The tone in his voice lowered. His brows furrowed from concern to irritation. For a moment, you thought he looked sad. To you or himself, you weren't sure. You don't know anything about me, Yinny. Let me ask you something. If you think I'm perfect, do you see me as a god? Alright, let's say yes this time. Yes, I see you as a god. More than a deity. I would worship the very ground your steps take and let your mouth run. Oh, he looks so disgusted. Yes, this is how you truly feel about him. He's perfection. He's supreme. You would let him do anything to it, accept it like a blessing. Yes, like step on me, do it right now. Gio recoiled in pure disgust. Okay, don't do it because you're clearly uncomfortable with it and I don't want you to do things you're uncomfortable with. You're not any better. Let me make things clear. I don't like you, Yinny. Oh, you feel your heart go up to your throat. His words immodestly silenced you. Be thankful that I bothered to learn your name just because we're classmates. But I hate people like you. What you feel towards me is not real admiration. It's idolization. You don't admire me for my true self. The more he talks, the more you can feel his aura growing darker and darker. You want to retort. You want to tell him that everything he's saying is not true. Are they? Besides, wouldn't this become so dark all of a sudden? It's supposed to be a gag game. You hear something? No. Just then, a large black car came, and one of the windows rolled down, revealing a man with an eye patch. He looks dangerous, but his appearance did not faze Gio. Gio lets out a tired sigh. Wait, you refuse to let him go just yet? Didn't my words get into your stupid brain? I hate you. I despise people like you. I don't want to be your Valentine. Now leave. And with that, he slams the door till the car closed, the black vehicle disappearing from your sight. You weren't sure if you wanted to cry or throw up. Probably both. But one thing's for sure. You lost. And your heart is forever broken. Oh, ending. Ultimate rejection. No! This is so sad. Alright, let's join in for lunch again. We're going with the bolder approach. It's not as bad as the first idea. It's still stupid, but not much of a bad idea. You line up with the rest of the students buying lunch, while keeping your eyes on Gio. His attention is still on his friend. You can't tell if he's listening to his companion, but he looks bored. Eventually, you got your tray filled with your choice of food. You honestly didn't pay too much attention to what you got, as long as it seemed like you were trying to buy something. Spotting Gio, you make your ways towards him. Him and his brown-haired companion are in a deep conversation, but mostly Ichabod was the one talking. Gio was simply listening. You swallowed your nervousness, steadying your hold on your tray. His companion eventually took notice of your lone figure standing, because the next thing he did was give you a big wave. This caused Gio to raise a brow and turn his attention towards you. You feel your heart drop down to your stomach. Do you need a seat? Crow, I miss you! You're free to join us. Seriously, we don't even know this person. Come on now, Gio, when hurt inviting someone else new. Plus the others are busy and they can't join us. Gio groans at Ichabod's words, rolling his eyes but did not protest. Crow gives you a smile and offers you a seat across them. You shift a bit on your seat, feeling your heart beating faster. You can also clearly feel a few glares shooting behind your back, but if you were in their place, you'd understand completely. Across from you are the two most gorgeous men in the school. Yes, they both look like they can be from the higher class. The way both Gio and Ichabod carry themselves, along with how they act and talk, you sometimes wonder how they ended up in the lower class. Oh, you're right, you haven't touched your food. Is the cafeteria's food really not that great? I mean, it's not the best. Why don't you try it for yourself? Gio speaks up, half surprising you, knowing he usually isn't the one to initiate the talk with anyone. Ichabod proceeds to scoop up a piece of rice on his plate, trying out the cafeteria's food. He lets out a hum, his eyebrows furrowed, processing the flavor that passes through his mouth. Could use more seasoning. I don't usually buy lunch here, so this is quite an experience for me. Oh, look at them. Hey, you got some on your face. Gio takes a handkerchief out from one of his pockets, and without even thinking, wipes off a stray piece of carrot away from Ichabod's face. Thank you, Gio. No, you didn't need to do all that, right? Realizing what he just did, Gio's ears turned red, and he quickly looked away from his friend while gripping his handkerchief. Sorry, force a habit. Force a habit? That's alright, I know you care. He cares! Hold on just a second. Ichabod's soft look towards Gio, The way Geo's demeanor completely changed to something so soft. Their closeness nearly reminds you of the BL drama you watched the night before. No, this couldn't be. Could it? I'm sorry. I nearly forgot that you're here before us. I apologize. But if you aren't enjoying the school's cafeteria food, I'll try and do something about it. You didn't even care to listen to what this man was saying. You're too distracted looking at Geo in absolute shock to process what's happening around you. Geo's posture lax, his expression soft and not in its usual glare. You slowly turn your head to look at Ichabod. He continues with his lunch, not seeming to mind you anymore. How could you compete with someone like Ichabod? This cannot be. You need to know. You need to know if Ichabod's a potential rival. I mean, I'll be honest, if Ichabod's a potential rival, I'm done your rings. There's no way I could beat Ichabod. I mean, like, me versus Crow? I wouldn't even set foot on stage before the judges called Crow the winner. Lunchtime eventually ends, and you didn't get to enjoy your food for the rest of lunch, for your mind was elsewhere, still processing the unusual dynamic between the two males. And every time you think back on their intimate interactions, you can feel anger, dread with a mix of jealousy. You need to get to the bottom of this. You need to know if Ichabod is a potential rival. You scratch the back of your head. All of your attempts at trying to grab the lone wolf's heart for Valentine's Day has gone to absolute shit. You were considering giving up and would try again next year. We'll see you tomorrow. Your ears perked. You never turned your head so fast. You thought you were going to break your neck while doing so. His voice caught your attention just like sirens lure pirates into the sea. There by the exit was none other than Geo, and with him was the school's vice president, Ichabod. Oh, how fate works. For it has given you one more chance to talk to him. The day has yet to end. What will you do? Let's confront him. You have questions on what happened during lunch. You need answers. You need to know if you have a potential rival in the way of your goal to his heart. You feel your feet turning cold. Your heart beating fast, but not from nervousness, but from dread. For once you understood how other people felt when they say Geo scares them. Just as you're about to take one step closer to him, another figure came from behind him. It was Ichabod. This stopped you in your tracks. Snapping out of your thoughts, you quickly hid behind the nearest wall, taking a small peek to watch the scene unfold. You could hear nothing, but you can absolutely see the way Geo's face softening upon meeting with Ichabod. Within the other male's hand is Geo's backpack. You're assuming that he probably forgot about it and Ichabod went to retrieve it for him. That's enough. You've seen enough. Ichabod is not some normal rival, he's already won. And now, you're stuck having this broken heart for the rest of the school year. Probably for the rest of your remaining college life. And winner. Prince Charming wins again. Yes, he does. Alright, go back to this scene and say no, we don't think he's a god. No, I don't see you as a god. And yet from how you act, the way you worship me, the unending devotion, I find it disgusting. Stop lying. Let me make things clear. I don't like you, Yinny. Oh, you feel your heart going up to your throat. His words immodestly silence you. Be thankful that I bothered to learn your name just because we're classmates. But I hate people like you. What you feel towards me is not real admiration. It's idolization. You don't admire me for my true self. The more he talks, the more you can feel his aura growing darker and darker. The more you want to retort. You want to tell him that everything that he's saying is not true. Are they? You hear something? No, just then a large black car came. And one of the car what now? And one of the car's windows rolled down, revealing a man with an eye patch. He looks dangerous, but his appearance does not faze Geo. Geo lets out a tired sigh. Wait, you refuse to let him go just yet. Didn't my words get into your stupid brain? I hate you. I despise people like you. I don't want to be your Valentine. Now leave. I think this is the same ending. I think this is still ultimate rejection. Yeah. Alright, let's keep going. Alright. Let's give up. You know what? You're right. You look down at the love letter in your hands before ripping it in half, proceeding to tear it to pieces. Your friend stared at you like you were some madman. What? Just like that? You're actually gonna give up like that? I mean, I wasn't pressuring you to actually give up. Yes, I am giving up. You slowly turn your head towards Winter. I've been looking at the wrong person this whole time. Whoa! Hold it right there. Don't run away from me, my love. Am I free? One down and tons more to get off my back. And bromance with your bro. Aww. Alright, this time, let's think of something else. Fine, I'll ditch the letter idea. Wow, for once you actually listened. What's that supposed to mean? Nothing. Either way, if you're gonna ditch that letter, what's your other plan then? That's the one thing you actually didn't think about, actually. You wanted to say that, but you didn't want to look like an idiot already as you are right now. I can think of something after this. Just you wait. Well, you are, but it seems like your lover boy isn't. Winter points towards the room's door. You turn your head to see Geo making his way outside. You didn't even realize that half of the student body had left the classroom, with the hallway filling with chatter while the clock's hands are pointed towards 12. indicating that it was lunchtime. Crap! He's gonna get bombarded with fangirls and other people. I can't afford to let my competition get in the way. Not wasting any more time, you dashed out of the classroom. The moment you stepped in the cafeteria, you were greeted with a mixture of stale food, a student's sweaty odor, and cleaning products. Obviously, it wasn't a great smell to be greeted with, but that's not the main point as to why you're here. You're here to impress the boy of your dreams. Now just to find him. Usually, you drag Winter into your little hunt for the lone wolf. However, they're being shackled by the hands of research. So you're left alone in the sea of tired and sweaty college students. God, he's so dreamy. I know, right? Too bad he's around that loud jock. How lucky is he hanging around the Origami Subaru? Well, that didn't take too much effort. Local loud fangirls aren't even gonna hide the fact they know where he's located and who he's with. Like you're any better. Alright, we've already joined him for lunch. This time, we will confess to him immediately. You have nothing else to lose, and it's not like you have anything to offer. Aww. Unless he's fine taking you as yourself. I don't think he is. I don't think he's interested. But no, you must impress him. You must leave an impactful impression so that he will bother to remember you. One step at a time. You can hear your heart beating faster and faster the closer you approach Geo's table. He's currently in a conversation with a jock beside him. His expression bored as ever as he chews on his sandwich. You're getting drunk from the scent of his sandwich, mixed with the tiled floor's chemicals. You want to throw up. Oh no. What? Oh no! Whoa there, you look green. Do you need to go to the clinic? The clinic? No, you don't need to go there. You're close to your target. His eyes are on you now. You just need to spit out the words you want to say. The words you need to say. Whoa. Okay, someone grab a mop. Geo, are you okay? How dare you dirty Subaru-kun's hoodie like that? Did you seriously just throw up? So much for being confident. Yeah, you. I'm giving you one last chance to either run or apologize. Spit it out. First off, I like you. Please be my Valentine. Is that it? The obvious irritation on his face grew increasingly stern. Your breakfast all over his hoodie was now an afterthought as he leaned closer to your face. Oh no, he does not look happy. You want my answer so bad, don't you? I also want something else so bad, Geo, if you know what I mean. But I will not unless he is also interested. Let me make this clear to you, peasant. Okay, I don't think he's interested. I don't feel the same. And there it is. Well, that's okay. The feelings I have right now are disgust, anger, and irritation. And I'm giving you 10 more seconds to run. You kind of stop listening to him on the words, I don't feel the same. Your heart aches when he says those words, numbing your hearing. You didn't even realize he was slowly counting down. You feel a nudge on your elbow, and then a poke, then a jab. Ow! Who the hell is interrupting you while you're busy feeling like absolute shit right now? You meet eyes with the jock who was accompanying Geo. His eyes filled with concern and fear, but mostly fear. He had a mop on his right hand, and his grip on it was a bit hard. One thing's for sure though, he's telling you to run. Before you knew it, you were hurled away by the jock, throwing you out and giving you a head start on your sprint. You did not care about the number of looks thrown at you. Geo probably had it worse. One thing's for sure, Geo hates you now, and the whole school body knows it. And rejected. Aww. Alright, we're back here. This time we'll quickly apologize. What the hell? Did you actually throw up in his hoodie in front of everyone in the cafeteria? Yes? Yes, you did. Idiot. You need my stupid voice of the narrator to remind you how much you screwed up. Well, I sure did mess up, as usual. You bowed and went down on your knees, holding onto your stomach as you did so as you tried your best not to throw up again. Just then you feel a hand on your shoulder and peek at who it is. It was the jock, and on one hand is a mop. He eyes you with a bit of concern on his face. He said nothing, but helped you stand your ground. I think you need to head towards the clinic. Don't worry, I already called a teacher to help you out, he said with a soft tone in his voice, as if trying to help you relax during your predicament. You haven't even apologized yet, but this jock is already pushing you out. But then he leans in close to your ear. His previous calming and sweet demeanor gone and is now replaced with dread. Make a run for it. He lifts you by the elbow and nudges you away towards the cafeteria's exit. Geo, my man, let's get you cleaned up, huh? Good thing you always pack up extra clothes. The blue-haired male diverts his attention from your departing frame to his tall best friend. The irritated flame in his eyes now extinguished as he sighs. You scratch the back of your head. All of your attempts in trying to grab the lone wolf's heart for Valentine's has gone to absolute shit. You were considering giving up and would try again next year. See you tomorrow. Your ears perked. You never turned your head so fast you thought you were going to break your neck. His voice caught your attention just like sirens, little pirates in the sea. And there by the exit gate was none other than Geo, and with him was the all-too-familiar jock right next to him. Oh, how fate works, for it has given you one more chance to talk to him. The day is yet to end. What will you do? Take your chance. You took your chance. What will you do? Well, we've already done the take your chance branches, so I just do forget it this time. You thought about the events that happened within the day, Your occasional failures and humiliation felt like a slap across your face. You know which ones hurt the most. The slap on your heart breaking, knowing you have no chance with Subaru. It's time to call it quits, Yinny. Who knows? You might have better chances for next year. And alone. Oh, we got alone again? How many times am I gonna get alone? What if this time we just run away? Your stomach hurts so bad. You need to get the hell out of here. Excuse me. Not even bothering to give GEO announcer your attention, you quickly shove your way out of the crowd. You can vaguely hear his friend calling out to you, but it falls on your deaf ears as you push through the sea of students towards the exit. You scratch the back of your head. All your attempts in trying to grab the lone wolf's heart for Valentine's has gone to absolute shit. You were considering giving up and would try again next year. See you tomorrow. I think this might actually lead us to the same two options. Yeah, it's either forget it or take your chance, which we've already done. Because then, yeah, he asks if we think that he's a god or not. And yeah, we've already got that. But it was nice to explore all the other options though. Alright, what about this time we buy a bouquet? Because we haven't done that before. You vaguely remember that the school's gardening club has a store selling flowers for Valentine's Day. You can buy a bouquet and give it to him after class. Yeah, that might be a good idea. For now, you just look at him from afar and watch him eat his lunch. Too bad there's that jock blocking your vision, but that doesn't matter. As long as you're breathing in the same air as him, then everything is alright. Save for the foul smell of bleach. Seriously, they should take it easy on the cleaning products. With the bouquet in your hands, you nervously left the school's building. Clenching onto the neatly wrapped bouquet, you earnestly shift your eyes left and right, scanning through the crowd of students, hoping to see the familiar navy blue hair of the boy of your dreams. Sorry, I don't need more of these things. But leave. Just like a moth to a flame, your eyes perked upon hearing GEO's familiar voice. His friend is with him during lunch, witnessing another poor sap rejected on this faithful day of love. Not you though. You came in prepared with your wonderful gift. GEO! You call out to him before he could even turn. Well, he was about to ignore you. If it weren't for his friend abruptly stopping him by putting a hand on his shoulder. Seems like you called his friend's attention rather than GEO himself. Oh man, hold it there. You can't just ignore someone who's called out to you. This is already enough time wasted. I want to go home. Hey, maybe this person will be better than the last. Who knows? And GEO gives his friend a glare. And the fellow merely gives him a smile and a thumbs up before leaving the scene. Maybe his friend isn't as bad as people think they are. You were too distracted by the exchange that you forgot you're talking to GEO Origami himself. Yes? Make it quick. I wanted to give you this. You handed out your gift to him. He said nothing, taking your gift with one hand. Thanks. I also want to say that I like you. I like you very much. I've admired you for so long. You're tall and handsome and I look up to you. Literally too. You're talented. And I don't care what anybody else thinks. You're not some heartless person. I just know somewhere deep in your heart that you're a sincere and nice person. For a moment he was quiet. The bouquet in his arms threatened to slip, but he kept his hold. His eyes kept their hold on you, but not directed towards you, as if he's looking in a different direction. GEO takes a deep breath, then takes on a stern look. The hold in his gift is now tight, nearly crushing. I don't know what gave you the idea of perfection, but me being one is not. You have no idea what's going on. You like the idea of me. He takes a step back, then throws your bouquet on the ground, the gift now ruined and scattered in messy bits. Okay, that was kind of mean. Do you know how expensive flowers are? You don't have to like me back, but you could at least have put them in some water. And I don't know who gave you the idea of me being a nice person either. I'm not going to fulfill your desires like some petty fool. I hate Valentine's Day. And I hate you. With one last glare, he turns on his heel and walks away, leaving you in absolute shock. He spoke to me. Oh no, Yiddy! Yeah, did none of the things he say go through your head? Evidently not. They went in one ear, out the other, and then up my ass. That doesn't matter. He talked to me with more than 2 sentences. This is a whole new record. I knew that gift was gonna work. You laugh out loud. The feeling of your heart pumping from your chest was wild, and the heat in your face never left. I need help. This year is just proof of progress. Next year, you can smell success. Just you wait, Subaru Origami, but I am not done with you just yet. Yeah, you definitely lost your mind. I have. But since you're happy with the result, I wouldn't bother scolding you. And rejected, but you still won, so does it really matter? We did it! This time let's buy him chocolates. You vaguely remember the school having a small store selling chocolates right by the school's entrance. Maybe you can buy some once the school's over. For now, you just look at him from afar and watch him eat his lunch. Too bad there's that jock blocking your vision, but that doesn't matter. As long as you're breathing in the same air as him, then everything's alright. Save for the foul smell of bleach. Seriously, let's just take it easy on the cleaning products. With the chocolates in your hands, you nervously left the school's building. Clenching onto the velvet box, you earnestly shift your eyes left and right, scanning through the crowd of students, hoping to see that familiar navy blue hair of the boy of your dreams. Sorry, I don't need more of these things. But leave. Just like a moth to a flame, your eyes perked up upon hearing his familiar voice. His friend is with him during lunch, witnessing another poor sap rejected on this faithful day of love. Not you though. You came in prepared with your wonderful gift. Geo! You call out to him before he could even turn. Well, he was about to ignore you if it weren't for his friend abruptly stopping him by putting a hand on his shoulder. Oh man, hold it there. You can't just ignore someone who called out to you. This is already enough time wasted. I want to go home. Okay, so this is all still the same. Oh, okay, so yeah, okay, so getting in the chocolates is still the same ending. So we still needed to try out some other ones then. What if we stick to the original plan? And then this time we stop ogling at him because all the other times we were still ogling at him. Snapping out from your thoughts, you handed out the envelope towards him. This is for you. I worked hard on this just for you. What? Before you could let him finish, you made your way outside of the classroom, slamming the door as you did. I actually did it. I gave it to him. This is the greatest achievement of my life. Is it? Wait, I forgot to get my things in the classroom. Oh no. I should text Winter to get my things. See you tomorrow, Yinny. Waving Winter goodbye, you make your way to the school's exit gate. A little skip in your step from the events that occurred today. You couldn't help but daydream. What will be the lone wolf's reaction once he reads your letter? You put your whole heart and soul into writing that letter. Scented paper with your own blood as ink. To let him know that it's literally from your heart. I think that's classified as a biohazard. You remember the way you stabbed the tip of the pen's nib, sucking the life out of your blood vessel. Obviously, all of that is not true. If you actually did all that, you'd be seeing the hospital sooner than you'd imagine. But are you crazy enough to do that? Let's say yes this time. Get some help. Yeah, I deserve that. Making your way towards the bus stop, you look up at the sky. The sun-setting colors painting the clouds orange and yellow. Orange-colored sky like the song by Nat King Cole. That is a good song. It looks really amazing. Kinda reminds you of the color of flames. Seriously. Who decided it was okay to burn leaves in a nearby alleyway? You hold your nose, making your way towards the alleyway. The setting sun didn't shed too much light on the dark and narrow alley. The smoke coming from it wasn't helping either. Seriously, I thought this shit wasn't allowed. As you're about to speak, you're abruptly cut off by a tall figure's torso nearly colliding with your face. Oh. Hi, Geo. You're still here. It was Geo. Wow. Freaking hell, bro. He smells like smoke. It's probably because he's hot as hell. I'm leaving. No, wait. He didn't spare you a single glance before a nearby limousine came out of literal nowhere. One of the car's windows rolls down, showing a man with an eye patch over his left eye, whose expression looking tired as ever. He just stares at Geo, and the said male merely scratches the back of his head, then proceeds to open the car door and hops in. And there he goes. Wait, he came from the alleyway, right? Does that mean finally remember your original plan? You ran towards one of the bins, the remnants of smoke still lingering in the air. You looked down, not even daring to attempt to rummage through it. I mean, obviously you'll burn yourself. And in the corner of your eye, you spot the ever so familiar shred of pink. That's your letter. You feel your heart shatter. You know you should be used to it by now considering the past few years' attempts. But damn, he's a tough cookie. Well, better luck next time, Yinny. Aww. And burn letter. Aww. Alright, let's do this again. Well, Pat, what happens if we say we are not insane enough to do the blood thing? Thank God you're still sane. Making your way towards the bus stop, you look up at the sky. The sun-setting colors painting the clouds orange and yellow. Okay, so this is all the same. Okay, so even if you say no, you still get the burn letter ending. Because yeah, I did a little skip through and we just hit burn letter. So let's start again. So we are back here. This time I'm going to click take your chance. You took your chance. You make your way towards him. Your presence has yet to be known as he crosses the street where a black vehicle waits for him. Wait, stop! You reach out to him, hoping to make it towards him on time. At first, you only felt numbness. Almost as if you were losing hold of your physical form. Then came pain. Undescribable pain coursing through your body. It almost felt like you got hit by a truck. Wait, what? Truck-kun? Then your vision went black. You feel warm hands wrapped around you. The pain that blasted through just a moment ago is now replaced with gentle pats. You hear sirens. Slowly opening your eyes, you're now within someone's arms. Aww. You look up, and you swear you thought you were dreaming, because right before your eyes was none other than Geo himself. But something seems off. He looks bigger. He keeps petting you like you're some sort of cat. You reach out, only to be met by a black paw. What's wrong? Do you feel any pain? What is that tone? Oh, why does he sound so sweet? It feels so surreal. Is he actually concerned about you? I knew he'd be a cat person. His focus switched to the scene before him. Now that you realize it, didn't you just get hit by a truck? Moving around in his arms, you turn around. You kinda wish you didn't, because what lies before you is your own lifeless body, blood pooling around your corpse, half of your head crushed. An ambulance is right next to you as paramedics come in to retrieve your body, while a man, who you're assuming is Geo's driver, explains the situation. If you could throw up right now, you would, but that's probably hard as a cat, and you clearly didn't want to throw up on Geo. Well, it's a good thing I managed to catch you, little guy. Otherwise, you could have ended up like this poor sap, I'm just a poor sap to him. Does this imply that he would rather save a random-ass cat than a human being, let alone you? Yep, you have no idea. Well, I'm gonna go now. Wait, he's putting you down. Ain't this a good opportunity for you? Take your goddamn chance. You cling onto his hoodie, your claws not letting go of the fabric no matter how much he pulled. No, I can't bring you with me. My father's gonna murder me. You whined. When Bole meowed so loud, Geo started shushing you like a parent to their noisy kid. A moment passes, and then he lets out a sigh. With you still in his arms, he picks you up and takes you with him in the limousine. Another one? Shut it. The eye-patch man rolls his eyes, you still the wolf's harsh attitude. This may be it. Yeah, you died back then. But turning into a cat right after and Geo adopting you isn't such a bad idea. Who knew he actually has a soft spot for cats? You can finally feel loved by him. This is a mission success. Ending. Pet. And all it took was to be a cat. Woohoo! Alright, let's do this again. Alright, let's take our chance again. You took your chance. You watched Geo cross the street towards a black limousine. That's probably his driver here to pick him up. Wait, please. Geo unfortunately did not hear your pleas as he opened one of the car doors. You're about to lose him, you have to hurry. Geo! You wake up with an abrupt start. With a hand over your chest, you can hear and feel the rapid beats of your heart, the adrenaline still kicking in. Taking slow breaths, you finally calm down to a point where you can check your surroundings. Something feels off. You know this is your classroom. Your uniform, all your belongings. But something about the whole classroom's vibe feels off. Actually, how did you end up in the classroom anyway? Weren't you just outside the school? Did time turn back? No, that's impossible. Taking out your phone, you're about to message Winter, only to be met with the face of someone so familiar yet unfamiliar simultaneously. What? You know you're kind of a crackhead. That much you're aware of. Taking a few sneak pictures of Geo then and there, but this person in your wallpaper is Geo. Ginny, you're not coming with us? Oh my god, he is so cute. You hear Geo's familiar voice, but a certain tone made you think you were hearing someone else. You look up, and you felt your heart shooting out of your chest, your stomach doing twists and knots. Before you is Geo. Well, you weren't sure the person before you was the actual Geo. Instead of his everyday garment and hairstyle, he had his hair up. His usual scowl nowhere to be seen, but rather a soft and innocent look on his face. His usual hoodie is now replaced with a white inner layer and a loose sweater. Ginny, are you alright? Sorry, spaced out there. Do you have a fever? I can help you get to the clinic. New outfit, bright eyes. Concerned about another person's well-being? Who is this? Who is this person? Yeah! If it's Geo, then why is he so nice? Actually, why are you complaining that he's nice to you? This should feel like a dream. Maybe it is a dream. You weren't so sure either. Maybe you got hit by a truck and got transported to this new world, not the isekai ending. You sure have been spacing a lot lately, you know. Well, we better get going. The rest are waiting for us. Ending, new world. This is not your Geo. But hey, who are you to complain? Let's do this again. You took your chance. You reach out to Geo, calling out his name and hoping he could hear you from across the street. Unfortunately, he did not hear you as he got inside the car. The vehicle ran as soon as he got in. You slump your shoulders, cursing yourself for not being at least a second early. Oh, well, another stray ignored by their master. Who the hell is this freak? Coming out of nowhere too. How pitiful. Another poor sap left in the dumpster. This man, you're assuming is probably a high class, mocks you with his other two companions. They're probably right there to mock you. It's better to just ignore them. However, the student in the middle didn't seem to appreciate your ignorance. Hey, we're talking here, so you better listen up, peasant. He says it with so much malice, grabbing your elbow and forcefully tugging you back, before nearly making you trip. Why don't we teach this little peasant a lesson, shall we, boys? Hearing this, two of the blonde's friends agreed in unison, the three sharing the same malicious intent with their smiles before manhandling you. You struggle in their hold as they take you away, dragging you towards the nearest dark alleyway where no one can see you. No! Am I gonna get killed? Hey, let go of me, you freak! Stash their pockets. There's gonna be at least some value out of this punk. Hey! Don't you dare touch me, you freaks! Shut the hell up! Before one of the high-class students could even start digging through your pockets, you hear another voice coming from the alleyway's opening. You can hear the blonde swear under his breath, scratching the back of his neck. What a drag! Consider yourself lucky, peasant. With a snap of his fingers, the two students who were holding your arms forcefully let you go, pushing you down on the ground and hitting a few empty stray cans. The ringleader gives you one last look, not hiding the visible scowl on his face before leaving the scene. His steps were less in a frenzy than those of his companions. Hey, you alright? Here you go! A new and unfamiliar figure made himself known to you. You can barely see his appearance due to the light against his figure, but you're guessing that he's also a student, rubbing your backside and trying to soothe out the painful collision between the concrete floor and your buttocks. Oh, hello! The guy who saved you, Hugo, took you to a nearby cafe after helping you from the alleyway. Good thing I was able to get you. Who knows what those guys would have done to you? Do you usually go home alone? It's safer to be with a friend, especially with the rumored cases of missing people. You want to hit yourself on the head after realizing this. You could have asked the Winter to accompany you, but you probably forgot about that bit. Your entire day was so occupied by GEO. You slump on the cafe's table, causing it to rattle, the silver spoon making noise upon colliding with the coffee mug. And with the reminder of GEO, you recalled what happened before your assault. Ego was a bit surprised at your reaction but did not question you. Well, whatever happened during your day, I'm not gonna pry about it. I know a broken-hearted look when I see one. You didn't really pay any attention to him throughout your time in the cafe. He keeps talking about the cafe to himself more than to you. For the rest of the night, you spent it with Higo as he talked your ear off until curfew. He was at least kind enough to book you a car home. Your Valentine's Day for this year is absolutely shit. You never got to confess to how you feel. Your plans have gone to absolute trash. You probably get scolded by your parents and best friend. But at least your schoolmate Higo improved your day slightly. You let out a long sigh. Time for you to go home. End night. At least there's someone who cares, right? Woohoo! That is one of the special endings. Which means there should still be one more special ending? Take your chance. You took your chance. You reach out towards him, refusing to give him a chance to take one step further. Stop! What? You mayhaps went a bit too far with how forceful your tug was. For his next moment, you and him were on the ground, your body lying on top of his. Well, oh no! Gia lets out a pain groan, the collision making his body ache. What the hell do you want now? He remembers you. Oh, you were expecting him not to recognize you, or feign ignorance of your entire existence. He just loves surprising you, doesn't he? Geo, but please, give me one last chance. Get off me first and I'll let you talk. Realizing this, you quickly got off of him, fixing yourself as Geo stands up. Hands in his pockets, he waits for you to continue. Geo, please be my Valentine. I don't think he's gonna like that. I've gone through high and low for you. I admire you a lot and I want to let you know you're an amazing person, to the point where I fell for you. I know I'm probably not your type. Heck, I don't even know what your type is anyway. But I hope that maybe I could be the one for you. So please consider me as a person and a potential lover. He really doesn't look happy. Geo merely stared at you for a few seconds. But every second felt like an hour. Can he be faster with his decisions? You feel like throwing up. Sure. What? What? Yeah, what? You gone all this way to get to me. The efforts you've just put in to make it this far, correct? So yes. Geo takes a step further towards you, taking your hands in his own. I will be your Valentine. Just then, a flash of light came out of nowhere, the blinding rays illuminating both you and Geo. What the hell? Origami prototype, you were not meant to be here. Crap, she found me. A loud booming voice came from the source of the blinding lights. Geo's hold on you hardens, just like something else, right? Something else hardens? A figure of what seems to be a round cat-like creature emerges from the light. The light turned from a blinding white to green, and suddenly you feel your feet slowly lifting off the ground. Were you floating? Wait, why am I getting dragged into this? You'll never take me alive, fiend. No one know you won't. Geo struggles as he waves his arms and legs around, swimming in the air while his whole body is floating up into the sky. The light now not carrying your body, but you watch as Geo is slowly getting dragged into what seems to be an alien spaceship. What the hell? Should you call the authorities? What are they gonna do? No need, they're used to this. I'm not. What's going on? He won't understand what's going on either way. He's saying something in Tagalog, but I cannot read it or translate it. Geo's sudden change of tone and language caught you off guard. You aren't familiar with much malice in his tone. His arms now behind his back as you watch him enter the large spaceship. What does this say? Okay, it says, apparently Google Translator says, I'm really confused, I wonder how he got here. You have no idea why she stared at the wall, as if she were talking to an audience member. Maybe it's an alien thing. Finally noticing your dumbfounded look, she gives you a sweet smile. Congratulations, you think you've unlocked all the endings of this game. Sorry you have to see that. What you witnessed now was an out-of-character Geo. He would never in his life say yes, let alone confess to someone. But worry not, the real one actually went home already. That is to say, you failed this year's Valentine's. No! Again, no! Wow, did she really need to remind you of that? You should go home before mobs will come and bully you. Geez, you've been keeping up with my last game. The world is filled with bad people. Also, there's a curfew, so get your ass home. Without wasting any more of her breath, the alien woman steps into the light, her form floating up and getting in the strange flying saucer before the ship flies away at the speed of light. Yinny, there you are. Why didn't you send me a message? You hear the familiar voice of Winter approaching your still figure, your eyes still on where the flying saucer was. Hello? You there? Oh, Winter, can you do me a favor? Sure. Slap me. Well, why didn't you say so? Without warning, Winter threw you the most painful slap you've ever felt across your face. Ow, you freaking, that hurts. Well, at least that's enough proof that you're not dreaming or hallucinating. No! Let's go home. Yeah, whatever just happened just now. You don't want to question it anymore. You practically gave up trying to chase down GEO at this point. The idea of being unable to confess your feelings to the lone wolf put you down a bit, but maybe you'll have a better chance next year. Yeah, just keep your chin up, Yinny. And creator's orders. This isn't supposed to be part of the script. That was so funny. And that was all the endings for Rizz the Wolf, the April Fool's game featuring GEO by the incredibly talented Fantasia. This was so cute and so much fun. I know a lot of us love the kid at the back, so I was really happy to see that she actually made something this cute and adorable. She actually mentioned that this game was a chance for her to learn a lot of different types of programming and like add to her skills that she already has, which I think is super admirable because I feel like having the drive to learn is something that's very, very impressive. And Fantasia is already incredibly impressive and very, very talented and such an incredibly kind human being as well. So I hope you guys like this as much as I did because I really, really enjoyed it. It was so cute to see GEO in all these different situations. I loved the appearance of Crow and also Daryl as well because it was so nice to just see them again. But yeah, they should be all the endings because I went through the guide that was provided and I've ticked every single one of those off. And also, I went through the game a couple more times and I couldn't get any other varying branches, so pretty sure I have actually hit all of them. But anyway, thank you so much for this adventure, and if you liked the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on the next one. And also, if you want extra content like uncut reactions to spicy scenes, exclusive playthroughs, and also spicy art that I draw of very, very pretty 2D men, feel free to check out my Patreon, link is in the description box below. But that's all for now, thank you for joining me on this wonderful cute little game, and until next time, take care.